Hey everybody, it's Mike Coppage here, and it's been a while since we talked prep football on here, so I thought today would be a nice day to check in and update things and talk a little bit. Congrats to the LSU fans last night. I know Sunday is passing a lot uh, faster for you guys than it would have if Florida would have prevailed. Was probably passing pretty slow today for that Florida receiver who dropped the ball in the end zone. I remember dropping a pass like that when I was a tight end at Haynesville Junior High, and let's just say I got yanked out of the game, and I got my face mask grabbed and screamed at profusely. But getting back to high school football, one of the things on my mind, I was talking to Jason Pellerin, who named my mid-year player of the year a couple of days ago, and he says that looks like Calvary Baptist is going to be ranked number one in Division III seeding wise, and Catholic's going to be number two. So looks like we could be treated to a rematch of last year's semifinal battle, in which Calvary won by 1 point down here in New Iberia. So that would be great to see. I'm always talking about Sean Brown from Calvary Baptist, and continue to talk about him because he's, he's near the top of the receiving charts in Louisiana, and he's Shea Patterson's go-to guy. I mean, it's not even close when it comes to the receiving stats for Calvary. How between the number one receiver, which is Sean Brown, and number two, which is Orlando Bradford. I heard the SEC program turn down Brown's commitment, and I think that's crazy. This guy's a difference maker at the next level, and I do make some mistakes with my talent evaluation. Everybody does. I mean, from Mel Kiper and Todd McShay on down to all the high school guys. But I mean, I was the one who was telling everybody Dak Prescott was good before any other recruiting analyst. And if you don't believe me, the article should be still on Scout. Some of my old articles on there have been deleted, but you can ask the Halton coaches if you need verification, or you can ask Dak if you want. But anyway, another topic. I can't wait to see what happens in the Jesuit Rumble game. Both of these are top 10 teams, and overall top 15 rankings are posted today on Pelican Preps. And Jesuit, man, I got to admit, I was kind of expecting Holy Cross to come in and upset Jesuit this past weekend, and that's not what happened. Jesuit made a huge statement with that win. I heard they have a beastly offensive line that is going to make them the favorite to beat Rumble, so we'll see what happens. For now, I've got Rumble number one in my overall top 15, and they deserve it. They're going to stay there until they lose. They won two straight state championships, so that's the way it should be. I know, I believe it was Jason Howell from Rumble who mentioned when he came down here that how impressed he was with Preston Guidry, the Mississippi State commit, who's a junior at Rumble. So Mississippi State is racking up the recruits too. They signed Damian Williams, the quarterback from Rumble, a couple of years ago, and I guess Williams may be the heir apparent to Prescott, and I can't think of anybody better suited to take over his role with Mississippi State's style of offense. Livonia is the other team I'd like to talk about real quick. They're ranked number 8 in the LSWA polls, and I feel very confident that this team's going to win 3A. They didn't win it last year. Union Parish won it, but this is their year. They got some transfers from Point Bay Central, and the combination of the players they had returning from Livonia High, along with these new guys from PCC, as well as the new head coach Guy Mistretta. I think that's the perfect combination, a perfect storm, if you will, that is going to make Livonia the Class 3A state champion. Also, for John Curtis fans, you know, don't get nervous. I know it's a little bit difficult because this isn't as strong of a Curtis team this year as we've seen in a while, but you know they're not rebuilding. I mean, it's a good team. Just I mean, when you have a national championship team, you tend to get spoiled. But there's plenty to look forward to in the future at Curtis. They have that running back who's an 8th grader now, who when he was at the Core 6 showcase earlier this year as an 8th grader, he won the 2 running back MVP awards over Darius Geis, who some people think is the best running back in the country. So those are some things to watch. Check my notes real here, see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Oh, if Bird or if Rummel had won 2 straight championships, I couldn't keep Bird and Ponchatoula out of those top 2 spots, because both those teams they deserve a lot of praise, because they've been playing lights out football all year long, and that's something I like to see because I love the type of offense those 2 teams run. That old school option type offense. Also, hats off to Jared West and Brother Martin, the running back, North Colorado commit. They're going to be lucky to hold on to him, because I mean this guy's got talent. He's nearing 1,000 yards now. Also, running back Destrehan, the running back for Destrehan, Will Matthews, deserves a lot of credit, because the Wildcats are coming off a huge victory over Thibodaux. And Thibodaux came in undefeated into this game Friday. And Destrehan, I don't know how they were affected by the things that's going on with the teachers there. They had a couple of teachers get arrested for inappropriate behavior with a male student. I don't even know if the student was on the football team, but it's still somewhat of a distraction. And hats off to Matthews for coming in and getting well over 100 yards rushing and helping control the clock, and that especially came in handy for Destrehan, which is a spread team. They haven't, with their quarterback struggling, their running back came in and kind of took over the game. So hats off to Will Matthews from Destrehan. See if I got anybody else to give shouts out to. I watched some of St. Thomas More and Westgate on TV the other night, and really liked that St. Thomas More quarterback, Will Bellamy. He and Charlie's Catholic quarterback Cole Kelly meet up next week, and both are among the state's top passers. And my final topic will be University Lab. Trey Jackson. I watched Parkview and University Lab as well, and I'm really impressed with how much Trey Jackson has improved his game. He's the Florida commit, a junior DB, but he plays all over the field. He and Malik Antoine for U High, and I was just really impressed with what he was doing. I mean, he was everywhere. He was making back-to-back big catches. He was making big hits on special teams. He was keeping Parkview from throwing the ball, and so he's definitely coming into his own. And Florida fans have something to be excited about with him. So I'll stop there. I appreciate you listening as always. Sorry I move around when I talk so much. I know it annoys some people, but anyway, I appreciate you listening. If you have any comments, hit me up on Facebook. I think I don't think I can add any more friends right now. I think I'm full, but you can follow me on there, and and post questions or what have you, and I'll be glad to discuss some football with you. So again, appreciate you joining me. Thanks. Peace. I'm out.